Welcome out to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's and Wayward Social. Brandon Lewis back with you, and thanks so much to Dylan Doze for filling in for me while we had the birth of my baby. Yeah, baby girl, Phoebe Lee Lewis. So anyway, welcome her in, and I know it's been a while since I've been here on Bobcat Live, but maybe people have enjoyed a little more Dylan Doze in their life. We've got a state champ in the house. Give it up. Aiden Cowell, how are you? Good. 3A state champ individual as you were the 8th seed, right?
Yes.
All the way to number 1.
Yes.
What was that feeling like for you?
Stressful.
I bet it was stressful. Walk me through round by round for you, how you did, how you moved on in the bracket.
The first bracket match was probably the most testing for getting my spot ready on the lane since I hadn't bowled on them yet on that pair at all. And once I found the groove and waited for him to make his mistakes, I was able to fight my way through.
Yeah. So once you knew that you had knocked out enough pins to get the victory and be the state champ, what was that feeling like? Did you have a conversation with coach, that kind of thing?
I was just so surprised by it that it just didn't feel real.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you know going in you felt pretty good about your game?
I mean, I felt all right about it.
Yeah.
At first, it was more of I was already hurting from team the day before, and I was just thinking, if I get a good placement, I'll be happy with it. But if I don't, I'll also be happy that I still qualified and I was here.
Yeah. And now you got to show everybody the swag that you got here. The gold medal. As awesome stuff. Now, you've got family over here supporting you, right? Who have we got out here?
My mom, my mom's boyfriend, my girlfriend, my best friend, my grandparents, aunts and uncles.
Okay. All right. One thing I noticed about the victory photo that I saw from you were showing off the nice, luscious hair that you've got. How long have you been working on the hair?
Too long.
Too long?
6-7 months.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe longer.
Nathan Clark, head coach, out here with us for the boys as well. What was your thoughts about his day in progressing through the bracket?
Shot a 708 to qualify for the top 8, which is a huge number. It's like a 230-something average.
232.
There you go.
Yeah.
which is a huge number. I think he missed 2 spares in that entire 3 games there. I knew that was roughly where the cut was going to be for 8th place. Once we heard he got 8th place, I instantly knew inside that he was going to win the whole thing.
Wow, that's awesome. So then, what was your message to him once he won the whole thing?
Just do you. I mean, there's no defense in bowling, so the only thing you can do is put your best out there.
Yeah.
And we had the advantage of bowling with the kid that qualified first, and that was the highest series he's ever bowled in his entire life. So
yeah, wow.
That kid was already on a high. He had nothing else to do.
So, 3A as a team, you guys made it to state qualifying there. You finished in 8th place. What'd you think of your team's performance? Obviously, it's such a great thing to even be in the running to be at state.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to be there, we had to knock off the number 1 team average-wise in the state of Iowa. So that was huge right there just to make it. 8th place looks a lot worse than what we actually did, I feel. We were 90 pins from the cut, which is 4th place, which goes in the top 4 bracket play. That's 5 spares. That's really nothing in 15 games. So
yeah. Overall, as a season, what's your thoughts? I'm sure you have to be really proud of this group.
Yeah, absolutely. They progressed a ton from start to end. Towards the end of the season, you could really see that they enjoyed the grind of actually doing it.
Yeah.
There wasn't as much complaining and why do we got to be here at 6 a.m. and none of that towards the end. So
yeah,
it was pretty cool to watch them grow this year.
Yeah, because I'm sure the season can be a bit of a grind, maybe not overly physically demanding, but mentally, right? It's a game where you've got to be, Aiden, you can probably back this up. You've got to be pretty much locked in from the first the first ball you throw down the lane, right?
Yeah, my last game, it was me, the pins, 36 boards, and my ball.
Yeah, that's awesome. What junior, right? Are you a junior this year?
No, sophomore.
Sophomore, okay. All right, so sophomore year. I mean, when you look at your career going from freshman to sophomore, now you still got a couple more years in you. How excited are you to be able to come back and help lead this team for another couple of years? And obviously you were able to go out and prove it, and now you gotta still live up to it, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm stoked because if we can prove that we knocked out the number 1 team this year for state, after next year, once we improve a little bit and work on ourselves, I think we'll be pretty good and have a lot better of a standing next year.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming out during the season of Bobcat Live. Nathan, appreciate the time. Congrats on a great season.
Awesome.
And best of luck rest of your career. I'm sure this is not the last time we will see you on Bobcat Live, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Give it up, Aiden Cowell on Bobcat Live, state champion 3A. For boys bowling. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll visit with head coach Mike Appel for the Marshalltown Bobcat boys basketball program. This is Bobcat Live from Wayward Social on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Back in Bobcat Live here on KFJB-TV. Now joined by head coach Mike Appel for the Bobcat boys basketball program. It feels like I got so used to seeing you all the time, and then I was gone for my baby being born, and then now I saw you again, and then I kind of sad. This is a sad time of year for me when the basketball season ends.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
You know, I look forward to it. I know it. Probably more so you than me, but
myself right now. Takes a little bit of time to get used to.
Yeah, for sure. Your guys all season just competed so hard. An unfortunate loss on Monday night, 74-35 on the road at Southeast Polk in the first round of the 4A playoffs. You've had a little bit of time to kind of think about it. Is it any shoulda, woulda, coulda, or was it just Southeast Polk just being a little bit of the better team on that given night?
A little bit of both. Yeah, I wasn't expecting us to get beat like we did, to be honest. I thought it'd be a little closer, but we had a hard time scoring, and then they got really hot, which is a bad combination. So credit to them. They played really well and made it hard for us.
I mean, Zeb Hens was scoring 0.8 points per game, and he knocked down a couple threes, and it seemed like home cooking for them.
Yeah, you could definitely tell they were a lot,
more comfortable
at home. And we were too. So that's something to take into consideration. And, like you said, number 3 there, having 8 points in that first half, where he knocked down some threes. And we missed some easy ones. We missed some open shots. And that combination, going into halftime, we were only down 9.
Yeah.
Our guys kind of felt like maybe it was a little more than that, and it was just they came out hot again and made it hard.
I feel like I look back to like when I was in school in your senior year, how much like you don't really remember a whole lot of your freshman, sophomore, junior. At least I don't, because I wasn't really athletically gifted like you were. But you remember the senior year. You remember your last football game. I'm sure the same for you, right? I mean, so you remember this class now. I mean, and this senior class is just – I could go throughout the entire list, but, I look at somebody like Trayshawn Brooks. He's just always somebody that I could tell is a leader out there, just a positive kid. Seems like a joy to coach, I would imagine. It's going to be tough to lose guys like that.
Yeah, it's a great senior group, and they all kind of add different pieces to the team, and that's what made it really fun. Is the variety of kids we had, and then they're great as far as teammates and understanding their roles and what they brought to the team was huge for us.
You look at last year, Drake Capello was your big defensive guy. This year is Carter Giannetto going against. Now who are you going to look to next year?
That's something we're going to have to challenge some of these guys coming up. I think Lamar has the ability to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
He would be kind of the first guy I think of. But there's some younger kids too, so we'll just have to evaluate kind of this off season, and hopefully they all can be that person. Would be nice, right?
You look at this team too, just a lot of special aspects to it. You have the Smith brothers playing together. I'm sure that has to be a cool aspect of both those guys, and then to see your older brother have that good success this year, and Corey Smith had a nice senior season. But you've got the three-point leader coming back next year, and he's only going to be a junior. I'm sure as you kind of look forward and turn the page to next year, that's a good piece to build around, right?
Absolutely. Looking through some of his stats this season, just kind of getting ready for we have our award ceremony tonight. So just looking through, he's at the top of almost every statistical category for sophomores. I mean, it's not just scoring. It's obviously the three-point is all 4A. I mean, any grade. But then as a sophomore, he's up there in rebounds. He's up there in steals. He's up there in a lot of different categories. So that's exciting to see. I'm excited to see how much better he gets. I know he will. He just loves the game. He loves working at it. So I can tell, already he's gonna make huge steps, for his junior season.
I think I especially last Friday night when you took on Southeast Polk at home, the three wasn't going down for him, and I saw him drive a little bit more and get those fouls, and then he's absolutely clutch when he goes to the free throw line. So he was able to kind of keep you in that game, especially there late in the third and fourth quarter with his ability to go inside. Is that something that you felt developed from game one to the final game?
It has a little bit, yeah. And that's something, I haven't had a meeting with him yet to kind of discuss some areas he needs to improve. But, being able to create off the dribbles is going to be one of them, just based on how teams are going to guard him. He needs to get stronger, a little bit quicker, and those are all things I think he's capable of doing and he wants to do. So it's going to take some time, but he's willing to put the time in. He loves the game.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stay away from the basketball court for too long here.
You mentioned guys putting in the time, and I know that maybe Tate Ring didn't see the floor overnight, but what is his commitment to this basketball team this year? We're going to talk to him coming up in our next segment.
It's huge. I've said that all along. We need guys. We need depth for practice, and Tate understood that and just wanted to be part of it, wanted to be the best teammate he could be. And he's very athletic. So if you got a guy like that practices
we've seen him tear up Lincoln on the football field.
Exactly. and gets after guys and tries to guard Trey. But
that's a tough task for anyone.
Edge to the practice, and he has fun with the guys. And I think he would say he doesn't regret going out for basketball. He enjoyed it, and that was a conversation I kind of had with him before the season. Of hey, I want you to go out. I think you serve a role on this team, and you'd be important for us. And thankfully, he bought into that, and he did it.
See, that was a role I was not willing to accept, so I just played in the pep band, and then I eventually played in junior college, so
there you go.
It worked.
Yeah.
But we're glad that Tate went out for basketball.
Hey, find whatever you need, man.
By the way, we do have a fun pep band.
Yes. Yeah, phenomenal.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like over the past few years, the Roundhouse experience with the Rowdies and everything is just
unbelievable.
What has it meant to you and your guys?
It's huge. The environment we've created with the Ruckus or the Roundhouse Rowdies, the different themes every game, and just the excitement that we've created in the community and at games is huge. I mean, it's just a phenomenal deal. I was talking to Southeast Polk coach Jenkins before the game, and like nobody goes to their games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that was evident Monday night.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just they don't get any support really from the community, and it's he's like, that's the funnest game we've played in all season.
I was just gonna mention that was a really nice crowd last Friday night.
The pride the community has in supporting us has been huge, and we feed off that, definitely. I mean, we want to be, we want to play as hard as we can and do the best we can, because we know there's a lot of people that support us and are there to cheer us on.
Yeah. The lower levels, the JV game last Friday night went to triple overtime.
Yeah.
That was a really good game. It seemed like the lower levels had a really good season overall. What did you make of it?
Yeah, they did. Starting with the freshmen, that was probably the biggest surprise of the season. Just kind of going into the season, understanding they didn't have a ton of success at the middle school level. But those guys just continued to work and continued to buy into what they needed to do and understanding their roles. And Coach Johnson and Coach Cruz did just a phenomenal job with those guys. And I think it's a group that, kind of that core 5-6 guys, they really like to play. So I'm excited to work with them and continue to work with them this offseason and bring their games to the next level.
As you kind of look forward to the future, Coach Brynjolfsson mentioned this, and I think maybe we've talked about it a little bit, but kind of your plan to help develop basketball overall in the Marshalltown community. He mentioned you're 2 of 5. I guess we don't have to get into a long, drawn-out conversation about it, but what is that plan, and how are you going about executing it to develop and get more interest in basketball here in the Marshalltown community?
Well, the first thing is just getting more opportunities for kids to play, and right now we're in a situation where hopefully we got something going on almost 11 out of the 12 months of the year. We're looking at even possibly having a spring league through our basketball club and things like that, to where they continue playing, you continue to develop their skills and building that relationship with kids and basically getting them to know them since they're in first grade, keeping them involved. Getting more kids out, is a huge thing. We're right around 2 teams per grade level, which is pretty good for Marshalltown, but we want to continue to build on that. And, if a kid's interested in playing, we're not really turning anyone away. We want them to be part of it. And you never know. If they just, find a passion for it, they can develop and get better really quickly. So that's been a huge part of it. And as well as figuring out ways to just work with youth coaches more, doing more youth clinics so they kind of understand the game a little better, and then we can help them with some things, and just so they're teaching the kids the right things, most of the time. And we got some great coaches that volunteer a lot of time. They're doing an excellent job, but our staff feels like we could be a little more supportive as far as that goes as well.
Because at the end of the day, if you have to teach somebody when they get to the varsity level the basics, then you're taking a step back, right?
Yeah, exactly. So by the time they're freshmen, we'll kind of they'll have an understanding, or these are kind of what we need them to know. These
kind of foundation.
These are the skill sets they need to have. These are what they need to they know how to play defense. They need to understand man defense principles, things like that.
Well, appreciate your time all season long and access to the program and coming on Bobcat Live and keep the great work. All right.
Appreciate you guys too. I appreciate all the work. I know it's very time consuming sometimes. So
no.
Very, very appreciative.
We got to get some golf. Well, appreciate it, Coach. We got to get some golf in this summer.
Absolutely,
all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I know you got kids, and I got a new one, so
we'll find some time.
Time gets short, right?
Yeah.
All right, Mike Appel, head basketball coach. When we come back, we'll talk to Will Swartz as well as Tate Riang with Marshalltown boys basketball. This is Bobcat Live. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Back in Bobcat Live as we are broadcasting inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. Tate Riang is with us, senior for the Marshalltown boys basketball program, as well as we talk with you during football season. Coach mentioned just your involvement this year, being able to be that big practice guy. We saw you out there on the floor a little bit, but your role. Tell me a little bit about in practice. Like, are you trying to get under Trayshawn's skin, that kind of
Yeah. Like, my goal is to lock all of our starters up and play my hardest defense to make sure they're ready for their next game, for sure.
Yeah. What's this season been like to be out there and, maybe not on the floor, but helping the guys during the game, getting them excited? Davis Ragland was on the show last week. He said, watch my celebrations and stuff. I mean, that's part of it too, right?
Yeah, to keep them hype at all times, make sure their heads are always up at every time in the game.
Yeah, all right. So we're giving up a little bit of size, Tate. Unfortunately, next to Will Swartz here, as Will, we've seen you on the JV side, and then also get a little playing time on the varsity side. What's it like to kind of manage? Obviously, if you're playing JV, and then you might get a few minutes on varsity level, balancing that, because I'm sure that could be I wouldn't say stressful night, but it's an action-packed night, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot we have to memorize pretty much double the plays, but we try to make it work, and it's really nice being able to help out the JV guys and do as much as you can for varsity in practice as well. Like, everyone has to help out in practice, and we usually do as much as we can.
I'm sure that height brings something to practice.
Getting boards is kind of fun. It's kind of frustrating for people.
Yeah, I bet. You were playing in the triple overtime game last Friday night against Southeast Polk, right? Mm-hmm. Got a few minutes during that game.
Yeah, I got a lot of minutes, but I believe in the third quarter, at the end, I sprained my ankle and I couldn't play the rest of the time. But I mean, I'm good now, but it really sucked. But I mean, we gave it all. Triple overtime's not bad at all. But we gave it our all. And
yeah, I think we caught you on a couple shots on KFJB-TV. We saw you over there icing up the ankle. So you're feeling okay now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good now. It was bad for a couple days, but I'm good.
The travel and the all that kind of stuff. Tate, tell me a little bit about that side, because that's maybe the common fan doesn't see, or if you just flip on KFJB-TV watching the game. What's game day like? Like travel, like say you're going to go to Southeast Polk like on Monday night. What's that travel aspect like?
Well, I just try to be ready like as much as I can for my team. As a bench player, I still just try to just keep my team hyped throughout the day and stuff, and make sure everybody's heads is good and in the right place for the game. Yeah.
Will, what about you? Like on game days, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
I just got my earbuds in. I'm locking in. I don't really like on bus rides. I'm either sleeping or just like.
Okay.
Kind of yeah.
What are you listening to, Tate?
It really just depends on the day. It depends on the day.
Classical every now and then, or
like R&B.
Okay, all right. What are you listening to then?
I'm listening to hip hop almost all the time.
Okay, so. All right. Tate, what else is on? You do track, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
okay, so what are you running in track this spring?
Oh, I do sprints, mostly all the sprints.
Okay.
Like sprint med, 100 dash, 4x1, stuff like that.
Good deal. What's on tap after senior year?
We're gonna go play football at Ellsworth.
Ellsworth,
yeah,
awesome.
Just
right up the road. Well, congrats on the commitment. That's awesome. I think Jake Vaughn kicked there a couple of years ago, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a good step up there with Ellsworth, and good football. So best of luck. Appreciate it. Yeah. And Will, you're a junior this year. Mm-hmm. What else? Are you track or tennis? Or I mean, you look like maybe you could be a tennis guy.
You got right. I play tennis and basketball. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's right. That's what I thought. But hey, best of luck to you the rest of the season, and I'm sure it won't be the last time we see you on Bobcat Live.
Appreciate it.
And if it is the last time, it's been a bunch of fun talking to you on our Cat Connect. Yeah, thank you. Tate Riang, give it up for him, senior for Marshalltown boys basketball. Will Swartz as well. We'll take a quick timeout on Bobcat Live. We'll talk boys swimming as they made a trip down to the state tournament earlier this year as we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. This city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Bobcat Live at Wayward Social inside Rosie's. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. And if you are out here today, be sure to show your student ID, get a discount on that food at Wayward Social. I know they've got league going on tonight, so a lot of stuff going on out here at Wayward Social. And appreciate swimming coming on. It's been a year since assistant coach Ray Dulaney came on, and that's because Coach is down in Mexico, right?
Again,
yeah. He's swimming with sharks again?
He said the bull sharks would be in.
Okay.
So we'll...
Have you ever swam with sharks?
I have not.
Sam?
It's not.
Nope. No, that's not like a top 10 thing for me.
No.
No. I don't know who it is.
Mike Loopy, I think.
Well, I always love to see him, like in the summertime, because then we know the Mexico trip went okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Back around. He's got it scheduled out.
That's good stuff. You guys went to the state swim meets. It feels like forever ago. You already had your banquet as well, right? Last week. Yep. So February 9th and 10th. And Charlie Gilbertson, 29th in the 100 butterfly. Lincoln Barker, 29th in the 500 free. And then, Sam, you were part of the medley, and you guys got 19th there at state. So tell me about that day and that run in the medley.
Well, we get behind the blocks, we're getting ready, getting pumped up, and we just try and do our best.
Yeah, all season long, I know Coach had been confident in you guys, and to be able to get to state in the medley, how hard is that? Because that's a really intricate thing where, you're relying on 4 of you out there, the timing and all that.
We just have to have the right mindset and always be prepared and work hard in practice.
How proud were you of the guys that made it down there to state?
Very. Each year it's gotten quicker and quicker, and looking at it's 32 individuals, 24 relays. So looking at the times each year, it's my 3rd year as assistant. They've gotten quicker each year. And Sam, I think, is a good example. Last year, the 100 breast, his time would have probably qualified the 3 years prior, and it was just on the outside. And then this year, swam quicker. We're like, yep, that should do it. And then he qualified 32nd. So for that to keep dropping quicker and quicker, anything they can do and we can get out of them, we have to go all out for districts, is really impressive and puts them up there. So
I know Charlie had really wanted to win the 100 butterfly, and he set his goal really high, and you got to shoot for it. How good was his season, though? And how big of a difference was it between 1st and 29th? I'm sure it wasn't a ton, right? I'm putting you on the spot.
Quick. I know. So I'm thinking winning, kid from Iowa City, I think, went 48, and Charlie was a 54. He had a great season, getting into that 54 for the 100 fly. We threw him in the 100 back this year instead of the IM, trying that out, and he swam great and had a good good split on the med and the 4x1 as well. So super proud of what he can do and excited to see what he can do next year too.
Yeah, awesome.
Having that majority of that, both of the relays we had and all the individuals coming back for next year is pretty sweet to see and say and see what we can do.
Yeah. What was it like this year? Because I know Coach Loopy put you and I'm sure Coach Dulaney put you through the grinder as well too. So I know you play football. I know you play baseball. I don't know if I'm leaving anything out in there, but
doing a little bit of track.
No rest for the weary. But if you had to rank them in order, I feel like swimming would probably have to be toughest one that might be up there.
For sure, yeah.
Okay. So how do you keep your body fresh? Because that seems like that would be the biggest challenge.
You just got to eat healthy and get a lot of rest. Stretch a lot too.
Got to be limber. Are you doing yoga on the weekends or what's going on? No. Coach Dulaney, what was this season like overall when you look back though?
It was good. I think we learned some things learning these swimmers each year, and continue to grow. And as super happy on how everybody swam, and still makes you hungry for next year. And I think a lot of that is knowing what we have back. Like I said, having all 4 members of both relays coming back, and those 3 individuals coming back makes you hungry for next year and see what we can do and see what happens through the off season. And
because Sam, you're a junior, right? Yeah.
So and see what we can do with them next year too. So I super pleased and even ready for next year. So.
That's good. What's it like competing against some of these teams? Because I know like Ames is traditionally thought of as one of the tougher teams, and you guys always have to take them on. So what's it like to be able to I guess that would be a great proving ground to get yourself to state, right? Going against some of those top competitors.
Yeah, swimming against Ames. They're like swimming all year round. We're just trying to trail them and get season best times, get ready for districts.
Well, best of luck rest of your school year. I know we'll see a baseball season as well, as you played shortstop last year, right? Yeah. So looking forward to it. Ray, good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm sure next year around this time we'll see you again.
Probably.
We'll try to get you on Bobcat Live a little bit more next year because
we'll
I'm sure Coach could use a break every now and then.
He threw it out there this year, and he's like, you know what, I'll probably be on that last one. We'll see when it falls. So.
Good deal. Hey, give it up for State Swimming and their appearance there as Bobcat swimmers in action back earlier this month. We'll take a quick timeout, and we will talk girls bowling when we come back. This is Bobcat Live from Wayward Social on KFJB-TV.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Welcome back, Bobcat Live inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Yeah, we've got Keith Stewart, the camera guy that all the guys on the basketball team, the football team, and on all the other teams. The girls team, I heard the other night, they were lobbying for time on air, and we are going to get the bowling team more time on air going forward as well too. All right?
Yeah.
We promise to you. I had a baby, and it kind of threw a wrench. I was going to come see you at that meet, but
right, I know it's your fault. It's all right. It's all right.
Dustin Peterson, girls bowling coach, live with us. I know state was yesterday and today for girls.
Same time. Same time as boys.
It was same time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was checking the online calendar, and it said today and tomorrow.
Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, Monday, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For 3A.
Oh, for 3A. Maybe I was looking at the wrong.
Nothing was
1A?
today.
2A? Nothing was today?
No, so I don't remember the whole schedule.
Okay.
But I think
all right.
3A was afternoon on Monday and then in the morning on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Well, that ruined my start to this segment. So you got third at state qualifying, just missed out on going to state, right?
Well, state qualifying, we took 7th. I mean,
you got 7th? Okay.
Sixth place, yeah. We weren't there.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a rough day. Had a rough day on the lanes. I was a little bit under our average for the day, but how we bowl. You know?
Yeah. Devin Peterson got 272, your daughter, right?
Yep.
And then ahead of that, Camille Thomas. She's from East Marshall?
East Marshall.
Okay, yeah. And she got a 309.
Yeah, she had I wouldn't say a bad first game, but she was a little under her average, I would say, the first game, and she ended up missing out qualifying by about 25 pins.
Wow.
So
just right there in that margin.
Right there.
And she was only a junior, correct?
She's a sophomore.
Or she's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's got to be a nice feeling knowing that, some pieces are coming back for next year.
We have 5 girls from the team that are returning. I've been trying to talk to one of the foreign exchange girls coming back for one more year, but she doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. But yeah, we're kind of looking forward to next year, taking the girls that we have and hopefully building some more. Start doing some recruiting now.
Yeah.
Do whatever we can to get as many girls as possible coming in.
I know you mentioned that just getting those numbers out is the biggest thing.
Right.
How do you do that as a coach?
I mean, every year we have ideas and we try to do things and it really doesn't pan out. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably going to go watch some more softball games this summer.
Get that form down.
That's my goal, is to get one of the pitchers to come out and bowl for us next year.
Yeah, Emma Stepp is a good pitcher. You should talk to her.
Hey,
all right.
I'll take it.
One thing I noticed, too, about having the ladies on, and you as well, seemed like you just had a lot of fun, genuinely liked being around everybody, and I'm sure that has to keep you motivated and keep coming back.
Well, it's really nice, especially this year. We've had a super good group of girls, and they, for the most part, they get along. In the years past, we've always had issues, and this year we didn't really have those issues too much, so it's really kind of nice. And I try to keep it as light as possible. I want to make sure they're having fun, at the same time learning something and getting better. If it's not enjoyable, they're not going to do it. So I want to keep it fun for the girls, and so they come back next year.
You were able to host not only your regular season meets, but some postseason stuff too. So what does that mean to be able to have your home bowling alley be able to host other teams for some of those big matches?
Well, it's really kind of nice. I mean, hey, the best part is I'm not getting on a bus at 6:30 in the morning. I mean, we come here and we get ready to bowl, and that's really nice. And then we're familiar. They do a great job. They put us in a special room, so we have the party room over there, and so we were able to kind of stay away from everybody else and take a little break if we needed it, and that was really nice. And it's a beautiful place to be. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, congrats on the season, and best of luck coming up next year. I'm sure we will be in talks. All right.
All right.
And you're looking very nice tonight. You got dinner plans after this, or what's going on?
No, this is just for this. I mean,
wow, thank you.
I showered today, so I haven't received it yet. Well, I guess I'm like the best dressed coach in the Alliance Conference.
I would believe it. All right. Yeah. Dustin Peterson, girls bowling coach, thanks for your time, as always. Appreciate it. This is Bobcat Live on KFJB-TV.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sautéed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
Picture yourself at Marshalltown Community College. Become a Tiger for life. Visit ncc.iavalley.edu. Locations in both Marshalltown and Grinnell.
Bobcat Live at Wayward Social. Keith is getting everybody. I'm sure Stacy, Galema, you've seen him
all the
time down there on the floor. Our camera guy, Keith Stewart. He's got some of the best shots in the TV business, in my opinion, right?
Totally agree.
She's a big fan, Keith. You're not going to have to talk to somebody else besides me. I can't give raises, unfortunately. And welcome back into Bobcat Live. We are joined by girls soccer now. Are you a traditionalist? I know you're heavily involved with soccer. So does it pain you at times to say soccer, or are you more like a football, or are you okay with it?
Soccer is fine. As long as you enjoy the game, that's all that matters.
That is for sure. I know you do love the game, because is this going into year 3 now for you?
From being back. Yep, I coached before, took a year off, and now I've been back.
Okay, so this is year 3 continuing. How many years overall, though?
10, 11.
Wow.
Somewhere around there.
Good for you. Now, did you, I don't know your whole backstory. I haven't been stalking you online or anything, which I know as a broadcaster I should, because I should know your background. But did you play soccer at the high school level and in the college or anything? Or
I did at the high school level here at Marshalltown High School, and then I went to be a closed captioner at AIB, and they didn't have soccer as an option. So
the Iowa Business, is that?
Yep, American Institute of Business in Des Moines.
They don't have a soccer team?
At the time, they only had girls basketball. It was the only sport that they had.
All right, Yuri Ramirez is on Bobcat Live with us as well. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for coming on. Last year, 4 goals. You were a sophomore last year, now you're a junior. How's the offseason been, and how excited are you to get this season going?
Actually, I'm pretty excited for the season to start. I think I told Stacy a couple times, I was like, that's the only thing I look forward to during second semester.
Okay.
Just waiting for that soccer season to start already.
So what were you doing all first semester?
Well, just waiting for the second semester to start.
What do you have, like a little calendar at home and crossing off the days?
We count down the days, actually.
I do see that on the Twitter feed. I enjoy that a lot, because I know that's why we are very excited. This year we're going to broadcast 5 girls and 5 boys soccer matches. Last year we kind of did a trial run. We just did one, and we wanted to branch out and continue to offer more. And so we're excited. Your first match on the road at Des Moines North. We're going to have that one for you. You're playing at MediaCom Stadium. So the first game, though, first match of the season, you're going to be taking on Newton Cardinals. So a lot to be decided, though, before then, right? I mean, when's practice starting out of
that? Spring break. So March 11th is the first day of practice.
Okay. That's pretty quick, like just 2 weeks to get yourself ready to go, huh?
Yep. 2 weeks away.
I mean, this is an endurance sport. I mean, like, I know there's a lot of aspects, but, like, if you can't run, you're done.
No,
right? So what's training like?
First week we'll have 2-a-days. We're going to go at 7, and then we're going to come back at 1. In the morning we don't touch a ball. Everything is just speed, agility, that sort of thing. And then afternoon it's all ball work. Just kind of see wherever players coming in at. Towards the end of the week we'll kind of split off and figure out who's on which team.
7 o'clock, March 11th. That sounds like that might only be like 25 degrees that morning. Those are probably some cold days, right?
Oh, yes. A couple of us struggle waking up that early.
I would struggle staying warm that early. But, you know, the season gets going March 25th, and it is a very tight window. You're packing a lot of games in a short amount of time for the most part there with the soccer schedule. So how do you kind of get your team ready in those 2 weeks to make sure that they can stay in the long haul, right?
Yeah, it definitely comes quick and fast. You know, you basically have 10 practice days, and then everything starts. And once the season starts, you're playing like 3 games a week. So you don't get a lot of time after that. We'll do a couple scrimmages during those first 2 weeks, but then once you get into the season, you really don't scrimmage because you're playing so many games all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. Yuri, how do you stay fresh during the season?
Well,
are you like Sam doing yoga?
No, I don't do yoga.
Okay, all right. Which is probably a good thing to do if you're a soccer player, though, right?
Just about anything.
Anyway, sorry, I digress. You were saying how you stay fresh during the year.
Well, Stacy recommends a lot of conditioning, so I think trying to stay on top of not losing that conditioning after like off season.
Mm-hmm.
I do like indoor soccer during the winter, so I do that. I practice during our soccer season, attending every practice, still going to the gym or doing things just like that to stay on top of being in shape and stuff.
Yeah. So you guys were a pretty young team last year. You didn't have a single senior on the team last year. Now you're going to bring back pretty much everybody that was on that team last year, including Yuri. So that's got to be pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a unique situation. In my time coaching, we've never had that. And, you know, if you go across the board, it's not a common thing. And we bring back a lot of experience. This senior class, when they were freshmen, we kind of threw them to the wolves almost. A lot of them were playing a lot of significant minutes when they were freshmen, so they've just had a lot of experience playing at the varsity level.
Yeah, so what's senior night like when you don't have any seniors?
Definitely very unique.
We bring in the senior citizen. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. You know, as you look, and you mentioned it a little bit briefly, but training, so you were doing a lot of training during the off season.
Yes, I tried to.
Yeah. Where do you play indoor soccer at?
I'm currently in a tournament in Des Moines.
Okay.
So that's where I'm going on Saturdays.
Okay. All right. I do enjoy soccer. I coach at the younger levels. I know Stacy's seen me out there as well. How big is having the Marshalltown area soccer club in the community to help get the kids started at a young age with access to the game?
It's a huge advantage. We live in a soccer community, so anytime you can get kids out there playing, soccer is very easy for little kids to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other sports are a little bit harder as far as like catching and shooting, those sorts of things, and soccer is a lot easier, I think, at a young age. So it's just making it fun.
To a degree, I've coached the young age. It can, but it is it's a very involved. Yuri, how long have you been playing?
I think since I was in 3rd grade.
Okay, all right.
Started.
Yeah, but to learn, to have the control with your dribbling and the passing lanes and seeing all those out there, that takes time to develop, I'm sure.
Oh, it does. I think even till this day, there's some stuff Stacy realizes that I struggle with. So.
She'll be getting you ready with those in the 2 weeks for that, right?
Yes.
You have your top 4 goal scorers, all sophomores last year. They're back. Where do you see this team excelling when you get out there on the pitch?
A lot of it is just, I think we will be able to be more offensively than we've been in the past. Last year we changed some things around, so we created more opportunities. And I think this year we can advance even further into that, kind of just the understanding of how each other plays and where each other's going to be, as well as kind of just what the varsity level is. We also had a lot of freshmen last year that we were kind of thrown into the mix, so they have a better understanding of what they need to do, what roles they're playing, and it just helps add to the team when everyone's kind of on the same page.
Yeah. Are you circling Ames? I know you lost at Ames. Is that one on the calendar that you want?
Yes, we really want that win against Ames.
Yeah, good deal. It's a good schedule. You play a lot of different teams, including Cedar Falls and South Tama. So, I mean, a nice mix, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, we play, of course, our conference. Most of them are 3A, a couple are 2. Mason City will be really good again. If those of you that follow sports, Reggie Spots, McDonough, Birding, those guys, they just excel at Mason City. Ames is always good, Cedar Falls. And then we play a lot of lower levels, but they're usually, recent state qualifiers or the ranked teams that bring in a lot. So we just try to give them a little bit of different mix because the more things that you see, the more you're prepared as the end of the season starts coming around for regionals.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to the season, Yuri. Good luck this year, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Stacy, thanks for the time as always.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We always love to see Stacy's smiling face inside the roundhouse, and this year you will see it on the sidelines wherever we may be broadcasting, including our first girls broadcast, which is on the road at Des Moines North at Mediacom Stadium, which is a beautiful venue. Have you been there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We're excited for that one. So anyway, we'll see you in just a little over a month.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Get after it.
Hey, we will talk boys soccer coming up in just a moment. This is Bobcat Live. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Pence Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Pence Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Bobcat Live, Wayward Social, yes, soccer. It's hard to believe. Like Stacy and I were chatting, Scott. They put up the countdown, but are you getting that itch right now? Or are you like, I want to get out there with the guys?
Well, it's hard not to get the itch when you got the weather that we've had.
I know, exactly. Like you almost probably in the back of your mind, you're feeling we're letting really nice days get by right now, right?
That's right. That's right. We've got plenty of guys that have been getting out on the turf and kicking the ball around since really in January when it started. They were like, Coach, can you turn the lights off?
Well, that's funny because I have driven by a couple times, and I've seen guys out there and girls playing soccer. So what's soccer in your mind mean to this community of Marshalltown, and how much pride is it in helping kind of grow it for the future?
It's really interesting to look at the transformation of it, just because there's times when I've been around just in the different communities or just in neighborhoods and just seeing lots of kids just kicking the ball around. And I know there's a little park in the little area that they've got some goals.
The little futsal.
Oh, and the futsal courts, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's days like this, it's just absolutely packed.
Yeah.
And it is a transformation to where 30 years ago, where it was a couple of main sports, and then you got now soccer coming in, and it's a transition. It's not just you think of the big three, football, basketball, and baseball, and then track would be in there too, but yet now it's a sport that is played around the world, but a lot right here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, Diego Tejada with us. How huge is it now going from that grass field to the turf? You got that big wide open area out there. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited. We played on a couple of turf fields last year, and they were all great. So it's always nice to play on turf.
Yeah, we had one of your matches last year, one of the turf fields. It was down there at Des Moines East. and they are always traditionally a very tough opponent. But how are things looking as you head into the season? You're going to get going against Newton on the 25th of March as well.
That's right. Which, they're always a good match. They play on turf as well.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, a lot of our teams that we verse do play on turf, so it's a nice to be able to balance that out. Newton's always a tough opponent. They're usually kind of right at the state level. Go several times, or just right into that championship round of the districts.
Mm-hmm.
So we get started right away. So it's one we're looking forward to. We always do.
March 11th for you too?
Absolutely, March 11th.
Okay, that's when you start practice getting going. Diego, what have you kind of been working on in your off season to get ready for this year?
I've just been doing a lot of conditioning. Obviously playing futsal during the winter, and we play out in the Marshtown area club, just trying to stay fresh.
Yeah, I love futsal. It's a fun thing. We've gone out there to the little park with my kids and my wife, and I think the biggest aspect of that is your footwork, right? On such a small area, is that how you kind of use working in that?
The ball moves a lot faster, so you got to have better coordination, better speed.
Yeah.
It's definitely a faster game.
Yeah, for sure. What are you looking forward to this year?
I'm definitely looking forward to our squad. We're going to have a young squad. It's going to be maybe a couple seniors, mostly juniors and sophomores. All our seniors graduated. Mm-hmm. So it's really just going to look and see who's going to step up, who's going to help lead the team.
Yeah, you got a couple of your juniors last year that were the keepers for you. You lost a couple of seniors that got time back there. Yeah. Who's going to be in goal for you?
That's a great question.
Okay. You'll figure it out in the 2 weeks before, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. We got 11 guys returning from last year. And as Diego was saying, we had some young guys that really played some quality minutes. Looking for them to really kind of step it up, even as some of them are sophomores and juniors. See what they'll bring. I know they've been working hard in the off season as well. Mm-hmm. We have a number of guys that will just. It's kind of weird to hear their schedule, because they'll play in Des Moines and then also in Marshtown throughout the winter.
Oh, wow.
They're playing, sometimes 3 or 4 matches in a day, so they're kind of ready to go.
I would imagine so. Is that you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we go out during the winter. We go out and play tournaments up in Dubuque or in Ames.
Okay.
We play league games,
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. So 3 goals last year. What do you play midfield, or where are you at?
I played up top, left wing, and I also played back on the left back.
Okay. So when you are left midfielder, right, left wing, I always feel like the midfielders, that's where you got to be athletic, because you're not only worried about the defense but the offensive side of things. And so how do you prepare your mind going into a match day like that to make sure you're feeling fresh and fit, but also, you kind of know that game plan out there on the wing?
Yeah, definitely. You got to know the game plan. You got to be able to get forward and back at the same time. So conditioning definitely plays a big role in it. Yeah, it's definitely conditioning.
You got to be able to run. That is for sure. Yeah. I know Carter Bell. He's coming back, right?
Yes.
He had 5 goals. I think he was the goal leader from last year as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's one that he can play a couple of different places, and that's one that in the offseason we've talked about exactly where he's going to kind of land, because he's one of our endurance guys. Mm-hmm. Diego talked about the running. We're trying to figure out if Carter actually does wear out. Just put him out there, and we'll pull him out thinking he might need a breath, and he's like, "No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go whenever. Coach, just let me know." It's like, okay.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we look forward to the season coming up. It's going to be here before you know it.
Absolutely.
April 5th. Fort Dodge at home. That's our first broadcast we'll have for you here on KFJB-TV, so we're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Scott, thanks so much. Diego, nice to meet you, man.
You too.
Good luck this year, all right?
Thank you.
All right, we will take one final quick timeout. This is Bobcat Live on KFJB-TV. As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
One final time, we are back here at Wayward Social. Thanks all season long for joining us out at Bobcat Live inside Rosie's and also on the Gutter Point patio when it was nice. I almost felt like we could get out there today, but it was a touch breezy, but the temperature was definitely on point. So anyway, we've had a lot of fun. And thanks so much to Dylan. He is. I'm giving him a little bit of a break tonight. We did not give our producer, Zach Tomish, a break here tonight. He is here. But thanks to Zach and his work all year long with Bobcat Live, helping us make the show go. Thanks to Keith Stewart. He's not running the camera, but he always comes out here and supports the show. And thanks to all the fans who came out tonight. We appreciate all the support throughout the year with Bobcat Live. So keep tuned to youtube.com/@KFJB-TV for upcoming games, Bobcat Live, special segments, all that good stuff. We post it there. And thanks for the support. I'm Brandon Lewis. Have a great rest of your night. Soccer right around the corner. That's right. We'll have that coming up on April 2nd. You've been watching Bobcat Live right here on KFJB-TV.